I'm back, and look, it hasn't even been like a year. It's only been a couple months for a change. I actually sat on my couch and watched a bunch of movies and left my house to come tape a show for you, the viewers. So I got a whole bunch of stuff. I have nothing older than 1981 tonight, which I realized after I did this. I'm like, man, I am getting old because all I'm doing is going back through all the old crap I used to watch. But it's fun because I haven't watched it in a while. And this is what I've been doing lately, right? Because I got all these DVDs that I never watch. I watch the same stuff over and over. I don't know how many times I've seen damn Hackers. So I decided I was going to watch everything just in random order. So I have this cool little app for my mobile phone, and I shake it, and it picks a movie at random, and that's what I watch. So I've watched a lot of terrible stuff, believe me, because I have a lot of movies. I'm like, what the hell did I buy that for? Back when I used to have disposable income, and I'd buy anything that had a naked chick on the cover or some monster tearing somebody apart. I'm like, oh, I got to get that. And then I'd watch it. I'd be like, this is the worst thing ever, and I just paid $15 for this. So those I've kind of gotten rid of. So now I'm just watching well, I can't say the cream de la cream because, well, most of it's still crappy, but it's fun crap. So that's what I got tonight. So let's go. So first up tonight is Octaman, and it's Octa with an A, not an O, even though it's an octopus dude, except it's not really an octopus dude because he has 2 legs and only 4 arms, which makes 6, so it should be more like septuple guy or whatever. I don't even know what that number would be, but because that's way more than 4, which is what I know. But I probably shouldn't think as much about Octaman as I do, but the other night I was watching this, right? And I've seen this a million times on TV because it used to be on TV all the time back when they used to actually play movies instead of infomercials. Or when I watch the premium movie channels, it's the same movies over and over again, which normally I would like, except that it's movies that I don't want to watch. I long for the days when Octaman would just pop on at 2 in the morning, and you'd be sitting there, and all of a sudden here comes rubber creature Octaman climbing up through the swamp or through the rivers of Mexico or wherever he was coming out of. And there's all this mutation going on, so there's these little octopus creatures, so these scientists decide they're gonna go check them out and find out where they're coming from. And then there's Big Octopus Man who's trying to save them, and he's got his little arms waving around, and it's a super cool suit. I totally want an Octaman costume because I would wear this thing. I would wear it every day. If somebody can get me an Octaman suit, I promise you, I will take a picture of me holding a paper every single day so you can see I'm actually doing it because the suit's cool as hell, and it was made by Rick Baker, the guy that did American Werewolf in London. So, I mean, I don't know how old he was when this thing came out. I mean, the movie came out in 71 or 72, so he had to be really young. And it's a cool suit even though the face doesn't move. It's just octopus guy with an open mouth, but he's got his wavy arms with his octopus tentacles and stuff on there. And it has he has all kind of powers, right? He can poke his tentacle right into your eye. There's a scene where he pokes it in this dude's eye and tears his eye out, or he can scratch it across you. I didn't realize they had I know they actually do have claw things because I've read that before, but he can rip open throats or stomachs or stuff like that, or he can just strangle you with his octopus tentacles and just, just crush you to death.
Keep away from them, Steve. They'll fire or they'll burn up the oxygen all around them.
Meanwhile, this whole group of people are down there trying to find out why Octaman's terrorizing the countryside, and they can't get the scientific community interested in this. So they get this sideshow carnival guy to like fund their trip down there. So he goes down there, and they have this woman, and the woman who was like actually like a real actress, like she was in a lot of high profile stuff. She died of a barbiturate overdose after this movie was made, and apparently, I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, come on. And I mean, I don't know whether it was suicide or not, or if it was just accidental overdose, but stuff like that happens, you know. But I suppose if I watch this movie that many times, I may want to take some barbiturates to get rid of this, but starring it would have not made me want to do that. But anyway, she has some sort of telepathic powers over Octaman, and she can like control him. And Octaman, when he looks, he has like fly vision. You know, whenever you see like fly vision movies, they have like all like 18 different eyes and everything's in like little cells. Well, apparently Octaman or octopi have this kind of vision. I don't know if that's a scientific fact. If somebody knows, please comment on this after you watch it and tell me what octopus vision looks like, because now I'm really curious whether it looks like this. And he's really afraid of fire like everything else is, and it's great because he's wandering around on land, and one way that they get away from him, or actually when they first capture him, they make this big circle of fire around him, and then he's stuck in the middle and he's waving his octopus tentacles, and they're like, soon all the oxygen will be sucked out of the air and it'll pass out. I'm sorry, this is taking place in the middle of like some woods. There's still going to be oxygen. You cannot get rid of all the oxygen, but it still works, and they got him in a net, and he gets out, and somehow he gets into their RV. I don't even know how he can open the damn door to the RV. Have you ever tried to open the door in an RV? Like the little handles are like this small, right? You have to have like little kid fingers to reach in there, and somehow with those crazy tentacles, maybe he just sticks it on the outside and then sucks it all in. But there's one great part where they go to the RV and they open it up, and here comes Octaman, comes popping out of the thing and like starts ripping throats and stuff. So it's super cool. Movie's terrible. It's fun watching like when you're like sitting around drinking a bunch of beers like 2 o'clock in the morning, like I said, but I still want a goddamn Octaman costume, so somebody find me one.